I'm going to give you 10 benefits of being in the sun that you've probably never heard of before. Now, there may be a few of you that have heard a couple of these, or maybe several, but the majority of these, I'm sure they're going to be pretty new. And number 10, it's just going to make your head explode. In fact, let me know in the comments below how many of these you were aware of, especially if you were aware of number 10. I'm really curious to find out. Now, there are dozens of benefits of being in the sun, and probably dozens of others we're not even aware of. But the one that everybody pretty much knows is vitamin D. Being in the sunlight increases the production of vitamin D, which is vitally important. It also impacts bone strength. And that's not just bone density. It's not just how dense your bones are, but how strong they are, which helps protect them from breaking or being injured in falls. Now, look, those aren't even on the list. Those are just freebies, okay? But let's get on to it. Number one on the list, sunlight actually increases life expectancy. It increases your immune system. It promotes wound healing. It helps kill bacteria, viruses, and fungi. Yeah, people who spend at least 15 minutes a day in the sun, they live longer. Number two on the list, sunlight helps with a number of diseases, including rheumatoid arthritis, systemic lupus, irritable bowel syndrome, and thyroiditis, and others. And probably that has to do with the fact that sunlight actually reduces inflammation in the body. Chronically high levels of inflammation, they just wreak havoc on us. But sunlight actually reduces that as well as helps those diseases that I mentioned and some others as well. Number three on the list is sunlight improves metabolic health. It actually helps to regulate hunger. It improves your metabolic markers. And I thought this was really interesting. A study not long ago actually found that there are light sensitive proteins attached to fat cells in our body. And when those proteins don't get enough sunlight, the fat cells actually begin to behave differently than they ought to, which increases your risk of metabolic syndrome. Number four, sunlight upregulates the production of serotonin and downregulates the production of melatonin. It also increases dopamine release. So it helps to improve mood. It makes you more alert. And of course, as it gets dark, is when melatonin levels rise and serotonin levels drop, which also helps you sleep. And that's directly related to number five on the list, which is that sunlight, particularly morning sunlight, helps to set your circadian clock. So number five, sunlight, particularly morning sunlight, helps to set your circadian clock. And it is just vitally important for sleep. I probably never really fully appreciated the need for sleep. In fact, I don't normally get enough, although I'm working on that. But I've learned that there's a whole list of chronic diseases associated with the lack of quality sleep, including type 2 diabetes, heart disease, obesity, depression, dementia. Even some cancers are associated with the lack of quality sleep. And also, it's been linked to suicide. Number six on the list was I found to be pretty amazing. Pregnant women who get more sunshine have children that grow taller and they have better bones. Yeah, women who are pregnant who get more sunshine than those that do not, their children grow taller and have better bones. Who knew that? Number seven on the list, also I found to be pretty amazing. Sunshine actually lowers your blood pressure. The top number by 10 points. And that's due to the release of nitrous oxide in the blood. It actually dilates your arteries. So you get more blood flowing through the body at a lower blood pressure just by going outside and sitting in the sun. Number eight, sunshine actually promotes the release of endorphins. And now that is called the feel good hormone, but it's not just about feeling good. It actually helps with pain. It reduces stress. It reduces anxiety. It relieves symptoms of depression. It also improves self-image. It helps with weight loss and also, interestingly enough, childbirth pains. So it does. Number 9, sunshine reduces your risk to at least 13 different specific types of cancer, including breast cancer, ovarian cancer, prostate cancer, colon cancer, pancreatic cancer, and others. Do you know, if there was a drug company that brought out a drug and they told you it would reduce your risk to 13 different types of cancers, people would be lined up in a queue with their wallets open. But you can go out for 15 or 30 minutes every day in the sun and actually reduce your risk to at least 13 different types of cancer, and it's totally free. Free. Number 10. Number 10 is directly related to number 9, but it was so incredible when I learned this. I thought it deserved its own number. Sunshine actually reduces your risk of skin cancer. That's right. Being in the sunshine reduces your risk of melanoma, the most deadly kind of skin cancer that we have. Yeah, it doesn't go up. It actually reduces it. In fact, in patients that have melanoma already, those that spend more time in the sunshine actually have decreased mortality rates. They do better than those that spend less time in the sun. There was a review of some studies in the early 2000s that actually found 3 studies that linked the use of sunscreen to an increased association with skin cancer, not less. The people that use sunscreen had a higher amount of skin cancer, not less. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Just the opposite of what we've been told for 40 years, right? So throw the sunscreen in the trash. Go outside for 15, 20, 30 minutes a day and get some sunshine. And get as much exposure as you can, depending on where you live and what your neighbors might think. You know, if it's possible, get out there without your shirt. Get some shorts on. Get some sunlight. It is probably the easiest, cheapest way in the shortest amount of time that we can improve our overall health of anything that we do. 15 or 20 minutes a day, and it's free. And you can sit when you're doing it. You don't even have to be exercising. So get out in the sun, improve your health, and enjoy the outdoors. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.